I thought I had broken the laptop again. I thought the sound wasn't working, and then I forgot. I forgot to pull up. It had the menu option of for the disc on the screen, and I had paused it, and then I took the DVD player off because I watch stuff on YouTube while I'm doing stuff in the kitchen, because it usually helps me pass the time and not think about the pain in my feet. However, my feet hurt so bad I want to cry. So, chicken souvlaki is done. We are back. DVD is hooked back up again. The sound is working. We just got done watching episode 5. Harrison is making friends with the hunter. And I forget Dad's name, but yeah. I see a couple of different things happening. One, I see Harrison killing the hunter. 2, I think Angela, I'm pretty sure that's her name, is going to confront Dexter about who he really is, although not know that he's a serial killer, and then ask for his help on solving the Runaways case. And Dex ends up killing the hunter because this is going to start him back into his old habits. Well, he's already killed 2 people, but really get him back into his old habits of beating the law enforcement to the bad guy. Because I think that was part of the high for him, was beating them to the bad guy. She's been trying to lay in my lap all day. My feet are actually swollen. Not a huge amount, but enough for me to notice that they're swollen. That's not good. Last time they swelled, I ended up with hobbit feet. I'll put a picture right here for you guys of my hobbit feet. I've only had that happen once, and it was actually worse than in that picture because I was down in Wilmington when it started. I had been at a conference, and at that conference, you walk everywhere. It's at UNCW, and you walk everywhere. And it was before I had my handicap parking and all that. And it was a few years before I had my handicap parking. Towards the end of that week, my feet started to swell, and they gotten really big. And then by the time I had gotten home, which is where that picture is taken, the swelling had started to come down. But you can see they're still hobbit feet. I don't know why they swolled like that. But, yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's inflammation, because fibromyalgia technically doesn't have inflammation, according to some doctors. I'll put that in there. There's still a lot they don't know about fibromyalgia. But I don't think it's fibromyalgia that I have in my feet. I think it's something else. I don't know. We've blamed fibromyalgia for a long time, but as time is going on, I think it's actually something else. We just don't know what it is. And that's when I got my false diagnosis of peripheral neuropathy, and then, false diagnosis of peripheral neuropathy, and then I had to go through all those tests again. And the second doctor said I didn't have peripheral neuropathy. So they kind of canceled each other out. So maybe I have that and don't know it. Although some of the medicine for that didn't help anyhow. So it might not be that. Not that you wanted me to get into all that. It's hot. Anytime I'm up doing something and not sitting, I start sweating. So the glisten should go away soon. I'm getting actual water on the hands when I do that. I've got sliced apples and caramel, and I've got a drink to hopefully keep me awake for this third part, and then we'll get this in the mail. Back to what I was saying. So I think Harrison will either kill him or Dexter will. And then Harrison finds out Dexter's true nature because of him killing him. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Because they're kind of playing Harrison up as being a victim of this guy. But so far, everyone that all the runaways are female. We don't have any males. So I don't know if they just haven't named the males or if Harrison will be the first male. He doesn't want them being sexual. So I think what he gets off on is watching them be panicked and scared. He watched one girl get drunk on the champagne. So I don't know. And then when he's had his fill, he lets them loose and shoots them. Let's go ahead and get into this episode and see what happens. And this one's called Too Many Tuna Sandwiches. So I don't know if that's what Harrison is going to be eating or if that's what Dexter is going to be eating or somebody else.
Previously on Dexter New Blood.
Oh, they haven't done it previously before. Harrison do all of that before Dexter got up? Yeah, I'm a little confused too. Why is it important for her to be whole again? It's not the same. This isn't a friendly pullover. This is I found out the truth pullover. Start thinking up something.
Whatever you did, hun, just say sorry.
Welcome to the club, man. I got a Spotify breakup playlist for later.
I was running from death.
The death he was causing.
You're stronger than I am. I couldn't go back to homicide with all the blood and violence and...
Was her husband killed by the hunter?
I'm sorry I lied to you.
I can't tell if she believes him.
You should start by acknowledging that.
I will. I've gotten him.
He kind of has.
All I know is relationships are built on trust.
And she doesn't trust you.
Maybe we can talk about this over dinner tonight.
Too soon.
Are you going to keep my secret?
Oh, God, just go.
That wasn't a yes or a no.
Stay away from Kurt Caldwell. Do not talk to him.
This is part of the problem with bringing her in. You can't control her.
That is so sweet. Thank you.
They're not all brown hair, but because that first one, she had kind of a dirty blonde.
There's my boyfriend. I hope that's cool.
I got us to ride all the way to Indianapolis.
Well, didn't get his fix.
And I decided I wanted the job.
Oh, great.
Did he forge Dexter's?
Your father didn't sign this. Is he okay with it? Hey, and if I can, try to make the match.
Kind of becoming a surrogate father. I still don't know if the intention is like for the runaways.
Dozens of bodies strewn across the ocean floor.
Oh, the good old days.
Make no mistake. Well, maybe the police didn't want to keep investigating the biggest case in Miami metro history. But I fucking do. A threat.
That's not giving him the warm fuzzies.
Is she coming for me?
He doesn't know his angel.
It hasn't exactly been easy being Jim's son.
What do you mean by that?
Brace yourself. I wanted to look him in the eye and ask him how he could pretend like I didn't fucking exist.
How did he track him down to Alaska anyhow?
Bumps
I mean,
in
not
the-
Alaska. Vermont or wherever they're at, Maine.
That's why. Maybe
Oh
that's
no,
why.
they're in upstate New York.
If you ever want to talk about anything, Jim,
Nope. Actually, Logan?
That was quick. The no was quick, not calling him.
Where to begin, Dex?
I was going to say.
The fact that you're talking to your dead sister right now in this room. Or your mother being
Mom was
choked up
murdered.
in front of you. Or your adoptive cop dad teaching you to be a serial killer.
Or brother also being a serial killer.
How do you feel about
Oh no,
that
is
job?
the disc damaged? Maybe that was it for the skipping.
abandoned here, on this couch.
Because he's not being fully honest.
We're going to search up by Clark Caves tomorrow.
Okay.
No warning him. Baked potatoes, steak, and carrots. That's a big meal. He's not going to eat. Going to do some research.
Hey, you want to grab a drink?
Who did he call?
Give me some tips on how to patch things up with her.
Oh,
To trust each other.
he's not being very helpful. I mean, both of them are good advice, but it's not helping Dexter for what he needed.
Molly and Angela have been meeting in secret, working on something. Angela hasn't told you?
That doesn't help Dex either.
I'm doomed.
Yeah, he thinks it's him. It's Harrison.
Harrison?
Couldn't sleep. Can't get out of my head. I thought maybe,
I was going to say, it still doesn't explain why with her.
hurting people. Like, with Ethan.
He's coming up somewhat honest.
That was different. You had to.
He's not going to tell her the full
You saved
truth.
us. You were protecting yourself. Totally normal.
I don't know,
He
I
killed
think
him.
about hurting.
We're outsiders, you and me. But it doesn't have to destroy us.
So they're relating, but is he still going to have those negative thoughts of hurting everybody, including her? And is he going to act on it? Yep, there's the switchblade.
You think I stand over your bed and watch over you all night, my teenage son? Is that what you want?
I gotta get ready for school.
Where's his switchblade?
If you don't know, then I certainly don't.
I can't let Molly take all this away.
Hopefully that doesn't mean what we think it means. Hopefully that just means him putting her on another trail. But she's not on his tail.
Usual? You know what? I just found out that too much tuna is bad for you. I'll take a pastrami on rye.
Want fries with that?
Not another tuna sandwich. He put record on his phone, didn't he?
You know, my instincts told me that something more.
What was that truck up ahead going backwards?
What if I take you out to the cabin?
He's going to kill her. Or try to kill her.
Mister, you got yourself a deal. I'm gonna grab my things and see what.
He's going to lock her in the room at the very least, but maybe Dexter interferes and saves her. They can still hear a car door from that distance. Okay, maybe not if he does it that softly. It's taking her straight to the
Molly were to disappear.
locked room. But he can't let her die because she's innocent, even though she is on his tail.
People prowling around the cabin just wanted to make sure it wasn't a bunch of high school kids breaking into parties.
He saved her.
Matt! Matt, open up!
Knocking on the frame's not going to do any good.
What is it about serial killers and bathtubs? You want me to close this? No, it's okay.
Well, everybody's on everybody's radar now. He's pissed. Did he break a knuckle? So this isn't where the cabin is. This is probably where the trophies are.
Never gets easy.
Hopefully it never gets easy. Is that a... That's not a natural cave entrance. That looks man-made.
Angela, she told me to stay out of the whole Kurt. In that situation.
Mum's the word.
Thank you.
And Kurt is definitely the serial killer Angela has been looking for.
Yep.
It's never good to kill the family member of a serial killer.
Nope. Does this mean he's going to go after Kirk? You know, it'd suck if Kirk showed up here and did something to them.
It looks man-made.
The whole thing looks man-made. That's an ice pick hack. I guess it is a camper pick shovel. They just found all the bodies.
What did you say about winter spawn?
I didn't hear what she said. Hey, that's the Allegheny High School colors. Seems like a lot of TV show schools like to use those colors.
Harrison's not completely fixed yet.
Neither am I. Oh, no rebound. I have a feeling they're both going to get trapped, and Logan's going to be the only one that knows where they went to. Now, how does Kurt fit and all that? Angela just barely does. The rat is eating the evidence. Did they find the back door, maybe, to his trophy room? He's not hollering back. I think Kirk is already there. Oh, Kirk's not there. Okay. My nephew is really into wrestling, and so are some of our Penn State friends. Their sons are really into wrestling.
Normal people are so strange.
True. I'll have to look and see what our wrestling uniforms look like at the high school. Oh.
You okay?
Is it her her best friend, Iris?
Please.
That's why the
Let's not
shoe was more adult looking, older. It's Iris. Don't cry on the crime scene. You're contaminating. They've already contaminated. As soon as she saw the shoes, she should have called in forensics. He's not going to let go, though. Broke his arm. Yeah. Dex recognized the dark passenger before the broken arm happened.
I need Dexter Morgan.
She wants him to help process the scene. Well, he talked about he became Jim because of all the loss and grief and all that. So that's probably part of it too. She wants Dexter because Dexter has had all the grief and stuff. At least that's what my theory is, and that's what I'm sticking with. I think she will also ask him to help process things and stuff, because if she did any research on Dexter Morgan, she knows that he worked for the law enforcement doing the blood spatter and all that kind of stuff, but also maybe hypothesized about other stuff. I don't know. Your head is out of view. All they see is the rest of you. I think she's completely deaf now. She doesn't respond at all, even when I'm right above her saying her name. But when I touch her, she does that surprised hello and starts demanding food. Unfortunately, I won't get these edited until after I've finished reacting to all of them. I feel like I'm not talking much, and I don't know if it's one of those situations where I feel like I'm not talking much, but yet I've got a 20-minute reaction video to an hour-long episode, or if it's going to be a 8-minute reaction video to an hour-long episode. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I am enjoying the series so far. I like what they're doing with it. I like that they're kind of keeping similar format. The transition stuff that they have at the beginning with kind of showing. Let me turn the music off. Hold on. Okay. This disc has a special feature of the kill room. So for the New Blood series. So I think it's going to be safe to watch as long as it's on this episode, knowing I haven't seen the others yet. Crossing our fingers at least. So Harrison really does seem to genuinely be attracted to Kirk as far as him being a father figure, because he's giving him the attention he wishes Dexter would give him. But that's only because he doesn't understand Dexter, who Dexter is, the fact that he's not good at showing emotion, being honest, all that kind of stuff. I was trying to think. I mean, he lied to Rita. He lied to Deborah. He lied to Harry sometimes. He lied to Lila, but good thing he lied to Lila for a lot of stuff. He was actually more honest with Lila than he was with Rita. Anybody on the force, he lied to. So, I mean, nobody close to him was he honest with. And Deborah was right. You know, the only time he's ever been honest, which was at this episode or last episode, the only time he's ever honest is right before he kills his kills. So, yeah. Now, as far as Iris's body, there's multiple rooms in the caves, which is normal for a cavern. There's usually multiple rooms, but all the walls that they were at, all looked man-made, man-stacked, or, you know, all that kind of stuff. It didn't look natural to me, so I don't know. Are caverns like that in upper state New York? I studied a little bit of, I guess it would be geology, rock formations, that kind of thing. I collected rocks in elementary, high school, a little bit in college. I have my grandfather's mineral collection, rock and mineral collection from Penn State, and you know, stuff like that. And I was trying to think if any of the rock formations in its natural state ever looked like rectangular blocks stacked and then mudded in between. And that's what it looks like to me. So that's why I'm so confused by it. And I don't. Those of you that watch the behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff, let me know. Let me know if it was man-made intentionally or if it was supposed to look natural and all that kind of stuff. I think they'll find the other bodies. Were there 14, 19, something like that? Runaways, -1. I think they'll find them in other parts of the cavern. But she shouldn't have uncovered the body because she was possibly messing up evidence. And it should have been a forensic team who methodically uncovered the body and collected evidence at the same time and all that kind of stuff. So, now, would there be any DNA evidence on Iris? Sweat, hair. Hair would still be there. Hair can deteriorate some, but usually you'll see bundles of hair and stuff. You'll still see hair on skeletons and stuff, and, you know, unless it's a cleaned up skeleton. But a raw skeleton, you'll still see hair and everything. Or maybe beside the skeleton, because the hair is attached to the skin. The skin will deteriorate. I don't know. Plus, it also depends on humidity and heat and cold and all that kind of stuff. So maybe the bodies are well preserved, maybe they're not. Caves tend to stay a constant temperature, or they'll stay a constant temperature throughout the year, but you may have like 10-degree differences, something like that, depending on the time of year and stuff like that. There was caves that we used to go to all the time in Pennsylvania, Penn's Cave, and you took it by boat, and it was always fun. They had lights set up in certain areas, and of course, I think they've quit doing this, but there were the stalactite, stalagmite organ where they would play them. But I think they've stopped doing that because of breaking the stalactites. I think the ones coming down are stalactite, because T for top, I think that's how you remember it. And then stalagmite, I think, is the ones coming from the bottom. But I'm not positive on that. But in the summertime, you would have to take a coat with you because it would get chilly. And in the wintertime, you'd take your layers off because it got a bit warm. So, I don't know how long I've been rambling. So, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. I tend to get more rambly when I'm tired. Hi, Jojo. Thank you all for joining me on this one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. What? What is it? She has a beautiful face. All right. Bye, everybody.